Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. It's been a little while since I worked on the Volvo 142, but last time you saw me kind of unstick the brake pistons. I really haven't driven it since then because I knew I needed to get a rebuild kit, but I had lots of other projects in the meantime, but now it's finally time to jump back in on that. So just got an order in. Ordered these parts from Classic Volvo Restoration. No affiliation with them at all. Obviously, a tiny little YouTube channel. No one cares. But they're good guys, and they seem to have all of the goodies. So I got some brake hoses because I mean they add up, but they're like 15 bucks each, so it might as well. And my old ones are pretty ragged. Most importantly, the rebuild kits. These are per caliper and come with the pistons. They are 4-piston brakes. I got a brake hardware kit, and this should be pads. Yeah, that's pads. Interestingly, not in a box. But that is that. I'll put those aside. So this is the kit. We'll see what we got. It should have 4 pistons. There we go, shiny pistons. Much shinier than my old ones. And then this should be all of the seals that I need. Hopefully there should be the O-ring that goes between the two, or I'm going to have a bigger problem. Okay. It does come with the O-ring. It's just right there. This goes between the two halves of the caliper and keeps it from leaking, so I definitely needed those. If not, I'd need to go hunt one down. But we're going to put that aside and turn our attention to the actual caliper itself. This is one of my calipers. I think this is the right side one. First thing we're going to want to do is basically pull the pads out. So I've got some 2 little clips right there, and I have new of all of these. That's what that bag is. We'll pull those out. And then the pads themselves should just pull out the top. And I forget if this is the right side. This is, I think, is the less stuck side, which means there's a hope and a chance that I can actually get these pistons out of here. So first thing we're going to do is try some compressed air. Okay, so normally the first thing I would try is compressed air, but for the life of me I can't find my normal air blower. I've only got this guy, which doesn't make a good seal, and if I spray on that, it's just gonna get brake fluid everywhere, so we're not doing that. What I am gonna do is we're gonna grab some pliers. Got my real Knipex at work, but these are my Harbor Freight knockoffs that I keep here. And if we're good enough, we should be able to kind of pull that out. But to do that, we're going to need this in half. So we're going to start getting brake fluid on things. So I'm going to put some gloves on, and we're going to pull this caliper apart. So first thing we're going to do is pull those bolts off. I believe they are 1/2 inch and 9/16. Forgetting that the bleeder also takes up some space. 5/16? Yeah. Let me get that bleeder out. You've got some rusty brake fluid coming out. Mop that up. Okay. Both of those are there. I might want to catch basin underneath all of this. Fortunately, I have such a basin. You won't be able to see it, but trust me, it's there. Okay, back to the brakes. Actually... Okay, now I know why that didn't go. That was really stinking tight. Alright guys, well, I'm clearly super prepared. Couldn't find my air blower, couldn't find my torch, couldn't find my backup torch, but I did get it loose. I just tried off camera. Fancy, nice, old school Durochrome, made in USA 6-point socket. That did the trick, got it loose. Otherwise, I was going to heat up the bottom down there, and hopefully that was going to unstick it. And we can just hope that, okay, good. That is a complete bolt. I didn't lose half of it. I was getting a little nervous though. But put that aside with the others. And now we've separated the two halves. Those right there are the O-rings I was talking about. Do not want to, well, I don't care if I lose these ones, but if they were the new ones, I do not want to lose the new ones. But I am going to pick that out of there, like so. So now we've got to get these old crusty pistons out, and I'm actually going to drop this a little bit lower in the vise. Okay, so hopefully I can wiggle this out. If not, we have other means. There we go. That was a struggle, but there is another way. So, what we can also do, that is some nasty goo, is... of course I picked the one side. This is the only other side I actually have to do it that way. I hope this one's not seized. But what we can do on the other side is use our bleed nipples to press the stuff out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this bleed nipple back in, it up. Grab a socket and a piece of rubber. Socket is just to take space so I don't hurt the bleed nipple. Then, in this guy, I'm going to take a piece of rubber. I'm going to cover that O-ring hole. This is all going to go in the vise, like so. So as far as the rubber goes, you can use pretty much anything, like either in an old bicycle inner tube, car inner tube. Basically, we just need something to keep the seal. And then what I'm going to do is take a grease zerk. This fitting kind of sort of fits, but doesn't really. But I do only really need like one thread to catch, just enough to keep the grease in. Okay, so now we're going to take a grease gun and we're going to stick that full of grease. And what should happen is we're going to hydraulically press the piston out. This grease gun's seen better days. Come on. Alright, we'll try my baby grease gun. Oh, there we go. Piston is moving. If you can see it. So watch that guy. I think I ran out of grease on this one too. I guess I need to fill my grease guns, but that is pretty much all the way out. We should be able to get it the rest of the way pretty easily. Anyway, you get the point. Piston is pretty much out. I'm just going to wrangle it with the channel locks and get the other ones out the same way. Oh, and perfectly full of grease. All right, last one. This one seems to be behaving, though I don't want to jinx myself. Come on. There we go. Whew. And there's still some brake fluid in there. Make sure I pour that out. Okay. So now our next step is to remove the rest of the what's left of the boots off of this. Secondly, I'm going to see if I can grab some illumination. Yeah, that helps a little bit more. So pull little snap rings off. I don't know if these are provided in the kit. I hope they are. Get that remnant of garbage out. Okay. So the last step is going to be to take our pick, stab, and get the last little the main seal out. That's what does the sealing against the pistons. So now, next step up would be to put the new seals in, put the pistons on, put the little boots on. But next thing for me is to bathe these guys in copious amounts of carb clean them all up really well, and then I'm going to hit them with a coat of paint. Since they're off, I might as well make them look a little pretty. So I will do that, and we'll be back. All right, guys. Today is the next day. Caliper has been painted. I put it, basically loosely put it together, and then masked off the bores for painting. So there's kind of two ways of doing that. There's the tape method, which works. And then there is the easier method, which is the stuff some rags in it method. As you can see, both are pretty good. If we really want to, we can take a little bit of Scotch-Brite and clean up the inside of those bores. You'll also notice I didn't really paint the inside. That was kind of on by design. I didn't really want to. I just didn't really want to. I really just wanted them to look nice from the outside, and I didn't want to get any paint where I didn't want any paint. But Scotch-Brite those bores, make them nice and shiny. Put that aside for now. So we'll get into our kit. First thing we are going to do is, well, I'm going to put these bits aside. So those are our boots. And we've got our seals. I'm going to take the seals. We're going to put them in like so. Being careful not to do what I just did and get them kind of twisted. We want them to go in nice and square. So kind of fold it potato chip style and stick her in just like that. So now we'll take our pistons. Look at those shiny guys. And they make special grease for this, but since these are going to go into service pretty soon, I'm going to just use some brake fluid to lubricate. So I've got a cap full of some brake fluid. Just going to dab a little on my finger and get that all on there. Just a little. Maybe a little on the piston just for good measure. And then we will squish these in. It should be pretty difficult, but not like impossible. Remember, they were kind of a pain to get out. And you should probably be wearing gloves for this. Brake fluid isn't the best for your skin, but I am going to wash my hands immediately the second I turn the camera off. There we go. Alright, so see, I just squished it in with a C-clamp and a block of wood You don't really need the block of wood, but I wanted to protect the finish, because again, freshly painted brake caliper. So now these ones are going to be pretty easy, because all I got to do is just put this on there like so, get this around the edge, and then install our clip. On some of these, you actually need to like tuck this lip in first, and it doesn't have one of these. But this one is the much more user-friendly version of a Girling brake. I say this as I'm struggle busing right now. Okay, got those boots on. It was a little bit of a pain in the butt. I don't know if these rings are necessarily the right shape, but poking at it with a small screwdriver definitely helped. They do kind of poke out a little bit right there, but there's really not much I can do about that. So I think that's as good as that's going to get. Next step, clean that off. We are going to take those O-rings that came in the kit. We're going to stick those right there. Then we are going to take the other half of the caliper and stick its pistons in there and continue on. Alright, got the other one done. So now all we got to do, put the two halves back together, making sure we don't disturb those O-rings, and bolt it on and bolt it down. Alright, last step before anything. We've got our brand new bleeders. We'll stick those there and there. And there. And that's it. One caliper ready to go back on the car. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay, this is a little strange. I cannot for the life of me find my normal like air blower. I've only got this one. I didn't turn the compressor on.